My objective was to do everything I could to give us a gold medal. And if that meant looking like a dickhead, so be it. If that means putting pressure on, I don't care, I could do it because Ash had set up the mental framework that the team was about everything. My philosophy was very simple. If I had a really tough decision to make, I had plenty of them. It was really simple. What is best for the All Blacks? And depending on the relationship to that question, the answer was really simple. My name is Grant William Sharman. I have been involved in a number of Paralympic sports, probably most well known as coach of the 2004 Athens Paralympic team, won a gold medal. 96, we were a demonstration sport. I'd assumed captaincy there. Look, we were happy with a bronze medal, first Paralympics. But the bronze in Sydney, it's like, we should have been in that final. We blew it in the semi. I just remember thinking, this is wrong, we're so much better than this. So I'd been captain in 2000, I retired, and now I was coaching in 2003, the guys I captained. There's a whole bunch of credibility issues going on there.
My name's Ken Sowden. I was the operations manager of the entire Paralympic team. No other team that I've ever seen have been so committed, so driven. It was all from Grant. He certainly would say that he's not, for instance, wasn't the greatest athlete or the greatest coach, but he has the ability to pull people together, to work together as a team.
So fast forward, Paralympics, the Silver Ferns, who were very successful at the time, they had a great saying, it's about who needs to be on the bus. And often you're not on the bus for the whole time. You come in, you do your thing, etc. Critical, right people. One of our routines was that we would, after the game, each player would say something done well and something that they would improve on. And we'd gone through about 5 players. And to be honest, I'd heard none of it. I was too busy preparing my own speech, which was going to be like Moses. Anyway, we get to this player, John, and so he goes, well, look, I didn't get on court, so I can't really talk about my play. Then he said, however, I really feel my heart is coming on. And the whole dressing room just disintegrated. And it was like the pressure valve come off, because we could have blown our whole tournament at that one game. We could have been fractured, there been name calling, but that selection, for that reason, was a critical moment.
I watched their progress until they got to the final, and I was so nervous and anxious that I didn't attend. I didn't think I could stand it, so I was the only person left in the office in the village, and I watched it on TV.
One of our key tactics, which was a real game changer, which is kind of a basic which no team really does very well, is to score last in every quarter. It's very, very important, and a tight game is critical. So in the first quarter, down by 2, scored last, minimise damage. Half time, down by 1, scored last, no problem. 3/4 time, we were level, scored last. We're about, I think I said 3 minutes, got to be close to a minute from the final. So we're up by 1, and then one of the fellas got a turnover. And we held the ball and we scored with 5 seconds on the clock, 31-29. And we were looking out, I'm not the smartest, sharpest knife in the drawer. I look up, I go, 31-29, 2 points, 5 seconds. I think we won this.
It shocked the world, and New Zealand went to win the gold medal. Even now I'm emotional. I cried, I rang everyone back in New Zealand.
When we won the gold, Tim and Bill, kind of ironic with those two, they knew I wouldn't get a medal, so they came up and they put their medals around me. He said, this is yours. It was quite an emotional moment. And I realised at that moment, while it was heavy, these didn't matter. So I gave it back. And I realised then what was important was that whole journey. And then I realised afterwards that that's a kind of a metaphor for life.
Parasport now in New Zealand is so well known, and it's through people like the trailblazers like Grant Sharman, who have brought it to the fore, have proven that we can compete against the world.
Life is a journey. Everyone's fixated at the end goal, and people don't stop enough to enjoy the journey along the way.
And those people were involved still talk about that campaign, that motivation, that person, Grant Sharman. You know, he made that happen.